What's up, people? Um, Thanks for checking out the video, for checking out the channel. Um, I've been checking out a video by the channel Gaius Julius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. What a name! What a channel name, dude. This is requested a while ago, so it's been on my list for quite a while now. I've been meaning to get to it, but here we go, man. This is Opie and Anthony, young Jimmy Norton's pranks. Of course, I know who Jim Norton is, stand-up comedian. He does the UFC podcast too. I don't think I've seen a lot of his stand-up, man. I think I watched something a while ago, years ago. I think it was mostly sexual jokes that he was doing. They were okay. Didn't really blow me away. But Opie and Anthony, man, I feel like that's a very popular show. Or that was a very popular show, Opie and Anthony, at some point, you know. I think I've seen some Patrice O'Neill on Opie and Anthony. So looks like it was a radio show or some shit like that, man. So let's get into this, man. Let's see what let's listen to some of these pranks, man. Let's go.
Here's a guy, Mr. Torrance again. Here's a guy, Mr. Torrance again. Torrance, I'm 32, and when I was a kid, we used to slip the porn magazine into a newspaper and then buy the paper, then take it to the woods and hide it in the rocks in some plastic bags.
What a brilliant idea.
God, it's become so easy for the kids to jack off these days.
What a brilliant idea. The fucking porn in the news. All I ever did when I was a kid is my friend Scott, he had a fucking cat box full of cat shit, so I would get drunk and then take the daily paper and put all the cat shit in it and then put it back on the table so when his father opened the paper, cat shit fell on him. What a great gag.
What a scumbag you are.
Yeah, his dad probably home after a hard day of work and open it, and 6 or 7 little cat turds would fucking fall over him.
What a douchebag.
I would get drunk. We'd always get drunk in his house, and I would just urinate all over his faucets. I was like big. I remember being drunk in his bathroom. I remember being drunk in his bathroom, and I'm pissing all over the mirror and his fucking faucet handles and all over the floor.
Why?
I don't know. It just made me laugh to do so.
Why would you do that? Oh, is that funny?
We might have lost
great
your
about
mic, Jimmy.
pissing in a sink, man.
We lost your mic when you're moving around.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Dude was a fucking menace, dude.
You did.
It's probably the connection. There you go. Just smack it a couple times. Why would it work?
Perfect.
Now it's making a hit.
See, pranks were never a big thing when I was a kid, man. You know, like super elaborate pranks or super thought out pranks. Those were never a thing, man. Like when I was a kid, all we did for fun was just play, like, ride bikes, hide and seek, some role playing games like cops and robbers or some shit like that, man. And play, football outside. I don't remember us pranking each other. I don't know why. I don't remember us pranking each other, man.
No, that one's good now.
No, that one stinks. It's broken. It's busted.
Well, there's a whole thing up here.
Yeah, why is
How's
it
that, fam? Is that on? Am I on the radio?
Yes, you're on the radio.
Oh, I like this one better. Makes me feel like an old-time broadcaster.
You were a real fucked up drunk.
I was a naughty boy.
Wow, just go start pissing on people's fucking faucets.
But I mean really pissing on it.
Not just a quick throw.
No.
Did you use the toilet at all during that session?
I wouldn't have noticed it if there was there could have been a fucking flowers coming out of it for all I knew.
Wow.
No, why even open the fucking lid? Certainly not.
God, that is funny. That is really funny.
And then me and Tom Naylor would fucking get dog shit, like big wet pieces of dog shit, and put them in Glad baggies, and then throw them down the library book return slot.
Some poor old lady just
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we threw shit without baggies too, but I mean we had to carry it for a while.
Just volunteering her stupid time. She has to deal with your shenanigans.
People's books sliding down into the shit.
She's just trying to shush people.
Yeah, that's all.
And their shitty books.
Oh, we were awful at shit.
Oh.
All right.
Wow, that is really funny.
Cat shit in the newspaper rules, though. I suggest it to anyone. Because this cat shit stinks so bad, and you know there's going to be a couple of pellets of fucking litter in it.
Bro, cat shit stinks like fucking crazy, man. That's probably the worst smelling shit out of all animals. I think dog shit kind of stinks too. Human shit, man, that's... I don't know, man. Which one smells the worst? Human shit, dog shit, or cat shit, man. Chicken shit also smells bad. But I think cat shit is the worst, man. Then maybe human shit, then dog shit. I don't know. But cat shit is a fucking... Yo. That smell is just something else, man. I feel like it's a diet thing, you know, because like cows, I feel like sheep, goats, those animals that eat mostly plants, their shit doesn't smell that bad, man. You know, the shit is, it doesn't smell bad at all, man. Some people it does. To me, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't find it that offensive. But animals that eat like meat and cooked food, like the kind of food that humans eat, that kind of stuff, man. Because dogs will eat that, cats will eat that, humans of course eat that. The smell is just unbearable with that kind of diet, man. With that kind of diet, the smell is unbearable, man. Unbearable.
He just picks it up and it falls in his...
Do you know how surreal that is when you come home after a long day's work and you want to just read the paper, and the next thing you know, there's animal shit in your lap? You know how bad that cat must have got hit? He probably thought the cat did it. Snuck over there, opened the paper and shit and closed it. And then refolded it properly.
Oh, is that great? Wow, are you a fucking degenerate? I love it.
I was garbage.
Oh, God.
Nothing was better than that.
No.
No. Shit in people's mailboxes. Who would do that?
You were a big...
I thought this would be... There's Sunday in a studio. I thought this would be a young Jimmy Norton, like prank calling people like on the show. But this is cool, man.
Dang it.
Funny.
Oh, God.
Nothing was better than that.
No.
Shit in people's mailboxes. Who would do that?
You were big on the shit thing. That's...
Funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I mean ever. When I was 6 or 7, and my friend Mark Rosenberg, we were sitting there in the fucking grass.
I love how he uses the real names. It just makes the stories that much better.
Mark leaned back and he put his hand. You've never seen a more fucking butterscotch pile of fucking wet dog shit. It was as fresh. The fucking, I'm surprised the dog wasn't actually walking away when he did it. He put his hand, he leaned back for a casual chat in the grass and stuck his hand in this pile of shit. And it's the funniest thing. I've never seen anything funnier. That was 32 years ago. And nothing has come close.
Were you just doubled over crying laughing?
It was incomprehensible.
Yo, that is fucking disgusting, man. That's fucking disgusting. It reminds me of... when I was in high school, we had these really fucked up toilets. The toilets had not been cleaned for years, man. For years. This is when I joined high school for the first time. I was a junior at the time. The senior toilets were clean, but the junior toilets were a mess. They were super neglected. No one ever cleaned them. The staff never cleaned them. The students never cleaned them. So they were just a fucking disaster, man. I'm talking porcelain toilets filled to the brim, dude. There was like a mound of shit, man, sticking out of the porcelain toilets, man. That's how bad they were. And I remember one time, because we couldn't go to the senior toilets, seniors would beat you up if they found you in their toilets. So one time during night class, it was a boarding school, so we had preps and shit at around 9 o'clock in the evening, because classes or preps usually ended at 10. That's when we went to bed. So we'd be in class from around 6 to 10. And I remember one time I had to shit really fucking bad. And it was kind of, I would say illegal, but you weren't allowed to be outside class during that time. You were supposed to do all your business and then be in class the entire time. You couldn't leave. But this was too much. I had to leave. I had to go to the toilet, man, because it was bad. Then I went and it was, the lights were not working. I mean, these toilets were a fucking mess. everything about them had just been neglected for years. And I remember, because there were no lights, the lights were not working anyway. I remember walking into a stall and just it was dark, man. It was dark. I don't even know what my plan was, how I was going to shit, how I was going to wipe, because I couldn't see shit, man. But it was that bad. I had to go. And I remember just stepping into the stall and getting that feeling that you get when you step on when you step on like a muddy road, man. That feeling, that squishy feeling. I remember I couldn't see anything. I just felt like I'd stepped on mud, man. And I just knew what I'd stepped on, man. I just knew. I was like, fuck. I just instantly knew what I'd stepped on, man. And that feeling of, I didn't need to shit anymore. That shit just disappeared, man. I just walked out in disgust, almost afraid to make any fast movements with my feet, because I didn't want to throw shit around and get it on my trousers and shit. So I remember just going back, finding a tap and cleaning my shoes, man. I'd stepped on fucking. I went back to check the next day in the morning when it was bright, just to see what I'd stepped on, man. And I just saw my boot print, in a pile of shit, man. Shit was fucking terrible. This reminded me of that, man. This guy is fucking. Now this was dog shit. This guy leaned back and his hand just went into a pile of dog shit, man. Fuck. There you go, man.
Funny. Like, as a child, I didn't realize that anything could make you feel that kind of emotion. And that's all it took. And women think they understand what funny is. That's
Holy
what funny
shit.
is.
Hey,
God damn, that is good.
Andrea Pizer.
Oh, I guess she never called.
Do we have an update?
God
Are we
damn,
trying to get
Jimmy.
Andrea Pizer on the... Dan? Steve? Can't get her on the phone from the New York
Love
Post?
that.
Oh.
All right. Hey, story of the day.
Oof,
It's time for story of the day.
And remind me to tell you the stories of when we would drive by with cups and throw urine on people in New Brunswick. That was our favorite activity. We would drive around, me and my friend Luch. He was like 35 and he hung out with the teenagers.
Oh, creepy guy.
Yeah, he drove a fucking Volkswagen Bug, and we would drink, and I would piss into cups, and we would just drive through New Brunswick and throw it on people. And I would leave the little... Oh, we got some good ones. And I fucking had a plastic cup with a plastic lid on it, and I'll never forget there was a couple walking, and I fucking threw it, and the arc was beautiful, and the guy put his arm up to block it. And it hit his arm, and
Exploded.
piss went all over him and his girl.
Oh, would I be so fucking
Oh, he had
livid.
to be steamed. We would drive around with eggs and egg people all the time. I got a guy in New Brunswick.
He probably remembers that.
Yeah.
That guy probably
fucking
remembers being hit, putting his arm up,
And
Yeah,
having
of course he
slow
does,
motion,
man.
having his cup hit him.
And he's probably, if he's listening, he's probably told himself for the last 25 years it was beer. No.
No, it wasn't.
I told you, I told you guys that my friend fucking
Wow.
Stanley and Mike. Stanley was the bodybuilder. We were 13 playing asteroids, and Mike was 13. And so Stanley wasn't gay. He was just a fucking not a smart guy. He was a martial artist. Me, him, and Mike would just drive around in his rickety old truck, and they would show up with margarine dishes full of motor oil. And we would just go to people's open car windows and like throw the fucking motor oil all over the inside of their
my
car on their
God.
console.
Oh, you fucking scumbag.
And I remember one time Stan ate some Chinese food and Mike had the hot mustard, and we saw some pretty girl, and Mike went, "Hey whore, have some mustard," and he threw it at her and she waved, and then she waved the mustard at her. Oh,
Hey, whore.
hey whore. He was a sociopath. Because I remember we
Oh, shit. You all were.
We were driving, it was like 100 degrees out, we saw this guy hitchhiking backwards with no shirt, and fucking Mike goes, "Hey Stanley, let's drain the engine oil and drive back and throw some hot oil on him." He wanted to drain oil out of the hot engine and throw it on a guy's bare chest while he was hitchhiking. And he meant it. Let's go throw hot oil on him, Stanley.
1353.
Dude,
What's the hot oil?
we found one time the Holy Grail. We were in a parking lot, and we found a half a dish of melted chocolate ice cream, and there was an open car window with one of those fur seat backs. Oh, we smushed it all over the seat back. We drove by 5 minutes later, and there was an elderly couple. They had to be in their 70s, and they were outside the car, and she's wiping chocolate off the guy's back. He must have been so hot under the collar. He sat down and got fucking chocolate all over his old back. Oh, it was perfect. Oh, that was a good one.
all over his old back.
Oh, I'll never forget him standing there and her behind him just wiping at his back.
Oh, you a fuck. Norton was a fucking man.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Stanley, let's go back and throw hot oil on him.
Let's get a Paul in Nashville. Paul.
Fucking menace. He's a menace.
Paul.
Fucking laugh. My stomach hurts.
Paul.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go.
One of the best places to take a crap to piss someone off is to get up on a green at a golf course. Sit there and fill the hole full of shit because you know that first golfer taps in, reaches in, grabs his ball, and gets a handful of shit.
That's a good
That's
one.
also the answer.
It's a good one, man.
Damn good one.
That's a damn good one, is right.
Hey, Stan.
Oh, that guy I'll never forget the guy on the shoulder, backwards hitchhiking with no shirt.
You know, it is also a good one with the old person and his wife wiping his back off. How long did it take for him to sit there until he realized his back was in something?
It couldn't have been long because it was fur and we coated it with melted chocolate ice cream. You understand? It was the holy grail of fun. It was hot. It was summer. Wide open window. His mistake.
I wish there wasn't a statute of limitations. They could come fucking arrest this idiot.
Oh, fuck. That was a good one.
What a creep.
Yeah, that wasn't even the... Ah, shit.
Yeah.
He was going to say
But
that
you got
wasn't even
a
the
few.
beginning.
No, we wrote
Then
it.
we killed them.
No,
Both of them.
They had the pickup truck one time, and they had a couch, a giant old sofa on it. So we set the sofa on fire and pushed it off the truck onto the highway. We were hoping a car would hit it.
There's people in jail right now for 6 of the things he's talking about.
Did you ever think of consequences?
No, we were 13, man. No.
Yeah, but I mean...
Stanley should have. He was 25.
Holy shit.
Stanley, I don't know what Stanley was doing.
I know, we had an old Volkswagen Bug in the back of a pickup truck once and took it down the road about 60, 70 miles an hour and held onto the back of the bed, and kicked this thing out. And just watched it, like, chasing the car as it was rolling. And it was so good. And we were going to do that and then just leave. But nothing happened. Like, there weren't any cops. There wasn't an explosion. People didn't come out or anyway. So we backed up, lifted it back into the truck so we could do it again. It was so amazing looking to watch this thing just roll.
I remember one time, me and my friend Marvin, he was a Puerto Rican Jew, Marvin Schnoll, he was a good friend of mine. We were hitchhiking, trick-or-treating. And one guy, we knocked on his door, and he didn't have any. I don't have no candy.
No.
Poor fuck. So Marvin took his gum out and put it over the guy's peephole at his door. So we're out in the yard. 5 seconds later, the older man runs out and grabs Marvin and puts him in a headlock and starts punching the top of his head. And I just stood there in my Halloween costume and watched.
What were you dressed as?
I don't remember, Darth Vader or something. I just watched Marvin.
Real evil Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Just watching your friend get pummeled.
Yeah, well, I held a fucking bag full of pennies and Milky Ways.
Oh, is that fucking funny?
No, I remember we was talking about, what was the thing you were talking about with the embarrassing stories? Remember that shit? What's the thing in school? You ever remember something that's so embarrassing to this day when you think about it, you go, ooh.
We were talking about I guess the douche chill would be the way we describe it now. We had a talk one night about those moments. They're not embarrassing like, yeah, I farted and this chick smelled it. Not exposure type embarrassing. Things where, like, wow, who I am is just garbage.
Yeah.
Like, humiliating little moments Oh, and for me, one of them. It's not even that. It's awful.
Do you understand? Like one of them, and you just think back and go, oh.
Yeah.
I was in class. And there was a whole class full of people. It was dead silent. And this guy walked by the outside of the classroom door, and I think a sophomore or freshman high school. And there's seniors in the class. It was a math class. And the guy walked by the outside door, and he was singing. And the song he was singing had the beat of da 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 da. It might have been a Christmas song, but the guy was singing bop 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 bop. And I wanted to say, "Shut the fuck up," which would have probably gotten a big laugh.
Yeah.
But I bailed out and I went, "Shut up." Silence. The class was silent.
Oh, you bombed.
It was horrible how unfunny it was.
Yeah, bombing is. Yeah, he bombed, man. Bombing is the worst feeling, dude. Like, trying to be funny and failing, that just kills your soul, man. Like, that kind of response, that no response when you say something trying to be funny. It's like, ooh, the cringe, man. That shit is. I can only imagine now. That's embarrassing. Like, just trying to be funny in front of your friends. Or not friends, but like people like in a classroom like that and failing miserably like that. Now imagine what it must be like for a comedian on stage, man, when he gets that kind of response. It must be. I mean, that's why you have to respect comedians, because they go through that shit and go back again, man, to try again, man, because that takes guts, man. That takes guts to go through that and not give up is. It's gutsy as hell, man. It's gutsy as hell, man. Because just that classroom scenario by itself, you feel like you want to die, man. You're like, oh my god, just, you wish that the earth would fucking open up and just swallow you, man. Wish you could just disappear for. Oof. Comedians, respect, man. You guys risk it.
Silent.
Oh, you bombed.
It was horrible how unfunny it was. It was crawl out of your skin embarrassing. It was completely humiliating.
Yeah.
He had a much better one. His was really awful. Shut up.
Shut up.
They're
Shut
gonna get a trick.
The fuck up. Would have worked.
I would have killed in a
Would've
class
killed.
to hear. I would have gotten booted.
Yeah, but
that would have got a 9.
But, you'd have gained like that legendary status too.
Another bad time for me was, and he couldn't believe that I bombed here, but I bombed in a movie theater during Revenge of the Nerds. Horribly. Some guy was yelling
no.
stuff and getting big laughs, and I chimed in and yelled out a couple of things, and neither one of them got a 1 even. And my friend, the last one, I forget what one of them was, but I remember one of them, there was a massage going on, and I yelled, "That's cum he's rubbing into your back." Oh my god. Oh, that was awful. Oh, the worst part was I yelled that out, and it got such a 0, and my friend Bill was sitting next to me, and he went, "Shut up, Jim." I embarrassed my 13, 14-year-old friends.
Yo, Jimmy Norton was a fucking nightmare as a kid, man. He was a nightmare as a kid. I didn't grow up with kids like him, dude. Like, I mean, there were some kids who were. I didn't grow up with pranksters like this. You know, I remember some bullies. I don't remember pranksters like him, you know. He was a nightmare, dude. He was a nightmare. I wonder if this is like an old show, yeah? I don't think this show still exists. The Opie and Anthony show. I'm guessing Jimmy Norton was just a guest on this particular episode or day. But yeah, man. I've seen another Opie and something show. Opie and? Is there Opie and Norton? I think I've seen Opie and Norton. You know, on YouTube or some shit, man. Of course on YouTube. But there you go, man. There you go. Trying to think if I remember any pranks. my childhood, man. Like things I saw people do to each other. Oh, this wasn't exactly a prank, but when you're a kid, there are these games that you play with your friends where um, there's this particular game that used to play called Bendings. Bendings. I don't know why they named it that, but it wasn't. I don't know if it was a game. It never made any sense to me. But I remember the idea was whenever you found your friend like bent over, like trying to pick something up or doing something, if they were in a bent over position, you had to just kick them in the ass as hard as you could, man, or squatting or crouching. So that was the idea of the game. People used to kick each other really fucking hard. So I never got into it, man. I didn't like it at all. Another one was it was like a slapping game that whenever you found your friend like asleep in class, you were allowed. It's just an agreement that you made with someone. It wasn't just something that anyone could do. It's just you and someone else, you agree. If you ever catch me sleeping in class or whatever, you are allowed to smack the shit out of me. And at first it was funny because people were slapping each other like all cute, all fucking soft and shit, until things escalated and people were slapping each other fucking hard, man. I remember these two guys in my class. They were like, I don't know why they got into that thing together, because they did not like each other at all. These kids were not friends. So I don't know how they agreed to do this to each other, because this was usually, you had to agree with someone to play this game. It wasn't just a random thing that you could do to anyone, but these guys agreed to play this game with each other, man. And they would fucking slap the shit out of each other, man. I mean, it was brutal, man. So bad, we had to tell them, like, yo, man, you don't have to play this shit together. You don't have to do this. But they insisted, man. They used to beat the shit out of each other, slap the shit out of each other whenever they caught each other asleep in class, man. But I don't remember pranks like this, man. You know? I think it's because, yeah, I don't remember pranks. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, share if you did. I will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.